Hello, my name is I almost said my name is Hank Green, Meredith. I've only done that 272 times. I'm not sure why I did it that way that time. Hello, my name is John Green. John. I'm John. The cute younger one is Hank. This is Hank Games, but there's no Hank today. It's just me, John Green, playing as the AFC Wimbly Womblys. Your beloved AFC Wimbly Womblys. Oh, I forgot to make substitutions again. God, what was I thinking? We're going to be exhausted. Oh, no. Hold on. I might... I think everybody will get through uninjured. But, boy, yeah, we're going to have to make substitutions at halftime. That was stupid. Sorry. Sorry, team. Today I'm going to talk about breakups in the public eye. This is something that several people have commented on, asked me to talk about. I think probably in the context of my friends Charles Trippy and Allie, who have separated, and you know have had this daily video blog together for many years. I mean, you know, I think for like 4 years every single day, and they've been very public about their lives together. And you know, Charles is living with. Oh God, did someone get injured that quickly? Get the ball out of bounds. Get the ball out of bounds. Get the ball out of bounds. Is everything okay? Is he all right? Let's check. What? Meredith, I'm sorry. I know this is difficult for you to hear, but your beloved, hideously haircutted Callum Kennedy has been injured. I know. It's sad for me, too, because I literally do not have a backup left back. I don't have another left back. It's going to have to be Ozela. Oh, boy, this is going to be a tough game on world-class skill level when you stupidly forgot to make substitutions and we play a game every 2 freaking days. Okay, so anyway, yeah, I mean, it's difficult because they've been very public about Charles's battle with a brain tumor and you know, with lots of other aspects of their lives. What a beautiful pass. And a great finish. These boots were made for strutting. Nope. 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 He scored with his shoe. He scored in the loo. Green eggs and Sheringham. He just scored on you. What a great finish that was. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now we're going to bring off the limping Callum Kennedy. Just look at him, Meredith. Really? Really? I can't tell if you're being serious. I feel sad for him. I'm concerned about him. He's one of my favorite players. I want him to get a haircut. That's all. If you were dating him, you wouldn't like find subtle ways to be like, you know what would be great if maybe you chose a different hairstyle. You don't think he would bother you? You don't hint like that, you just say? Sarah hints like that all the time to me. Oh, no, she doesn't. She's just like, you need a haircut. You look ridiculous. Wouldn't you say you need a haircut? You look ridiculous? Wow. All right. I don't know if I believe you. That's a great opportunity. What a fantastic ball. What a fantastic ball. Cut it back across. Pass. Oh, God, that was so beautiful except for the finish. Except for the last pass was wanting. Look, I think it's always hard to break up, but it is a lot harder when lots of people who don't have information have opinions. And I know that there's an argument to be made that people in the public eye have welcomed the public to have opinions about other things. So how come the public isn't allowed to have opinions about their breakup or allowed to have all the information? You know, I mean, obviously I'm biased in this discourse because I am also a public person who wishes to have a private life. But I think people do have the choice to decide what they make public and what they make private. What is between, you know, what is within their families and what isn't. And just because you open yourself up to some kinds of attention doesn't mean that you're opening yourself up to all kinds of attention. And I know that you know, maybe I'm wrong about that. I know that it's a fraught conversation, but I just think, you know, I think people have the right to grieve privately and to deal privately with their lives. That was a fantastic save by Seb Brown. I mean, it was just gorgeous. Oh my God, the reaction! He's just so lightning quick. I think it would have hit his face if it hadn't hit his hands, but he moved so it hit his hands. Yeah, I mean, like Gwyneth Paltrow, I guess, is that her name? She just got a bunch of attention for her conscious decoupling with what's that fella's name, Meredith? Chris Martin, really? Like the Animal? Of Coldplay. That's a night. They're a good band. Yeah, and I mean, like I also thought the use of the phrase conscious uncoupling or whatever was a little cheesy, but I also respect her, you know, her. I respect their trying to find a way to talk about it because they know that they're going to have to at some point, while also, you know, trying to be respectful of their kids and lots of other concerns. Oh, the golden child. Oh no, it's Kaz! I have so many tiny little midfielders. It's hard to keep track of which tiny little midfielder has scored, but it's Kaz. Kaz Veropoulos. I don't have a song for Euoplis. Maybe a commenter will suggest a song that we can sing about Kaz Veropoulos. That's all I got. That's all I got, guys. Sorry. He's Kaz Veropoulos. He's funny. Nope, I don't have anything. Nothing rhymes with Kaz Veropoulos. We call him Kaz. We call him Kaz. He's Kaz Veropoulos, but we call him Kaz. I can. That's all right. But it reminds me a little bit of the We Call Him Bob song that I used to sing before. It's because it's the same frickin' song. About Varwin and Arminen. I don't know. I'd like to have a Kaz. I feel like Kaz should have a Kaz Veropoulos song. He's a great man, Kaz Veropoulos. Doesn't speak any English, but really nice guy. We were onside. We were onside. Oh, we were offside. So I think, yeah, I mean, I said to Sarah recently, I was like, God, I mean, I just hope we never get divorced, because the one thing that I would say is that we feel like we know the people we watch online. I mean, I should say that Sarah and I are lucky to have a very good marriage, but we feel like we know the people that we know online, but of course we don't. We see edited versions of them, and those versions are edited by them, you know, to show us the best of what's happening, or you know, to share with you, but also, you know, it's edited. Choices are made, cuts are made, and in the case of you know, people who video blog their lives, like you know, Charles and Allie, like they choose what to leave in and what to leave out, and they, you know, they have lives, complicated and rich lives outside of their work, just like anyone else does. I don't think it's really possible. First off, I don't think it's desirable, but I also don't think it's truly possible to, like, quote unquote, like, share your full self online, because you're always going to be making choices about what you leave out, and you're always going to be leaving out something. And so it's important to remember that. I know that it's difficult to remember that. It's important to remember that the people, you know, the people you like on the internet are complicated, as you know, as complicated as any other people. But yeah, I remember saying to Sarah, like, oh my God, like I hope we don't get divorced. And of course I hope we don't get divorced, because divorce is difficult. It's always very hard. But I think it would just be so much harder in a world great pass there, John Green, in the world of the public eye, where you know, where people come to a lot of conclusions that maybe aren't fair, because maybe they haven't themselves been in marriages, and or long-term relationships, or that go on for decades, and they don't know about all of the various all of the various complexities. It's not always about cheating or anything like that. It's sometimes it is. I don't know, but like there is a on the internet, it's very difficult for us not to make sort of like broad sweeping judgments about people, particularly people that we think we know, whether it's Gwyneth Paltrow or someone we feel closer to, like someone who makes video blogs we like, or someone whose Twitter we follow closely or whatever. But we don't know them the way that we know our friends. I don't think those relationships are meant to replace friend relationships. Certainly in Nerdfighteria, you know, I hope that Nerdfighteria connects people to people, but I know that it can never, like, you know, I know that it's not going to be possible, you know, for me to imagine you as complexly as I should, or vice versa. You know, all that we can hope for is that you know, there are real connections that emerge from it, and that, like, within the limits of the relationship that we have, that we're able to find meaning and connection, which I think we can. Like, I think, like, the projects that we do and all that stuff and can still be really cool and important and valuable. And you know, there is no, oh God, what a great ball! Dang it, that was a great ball from C. Arthur, though. You know, I think that stuff is still important, but it's not. It's not a replacement for. I was going to say real life, but I don't mean real life. I mean real friendships, whether they're online or offline. Like, I don't make that distinction anymore between real life, and I don't think that online friendships are necessarily any less valuable than offline friendships. It's not about that for me. It's about whether or not the connection is you know, a real friendship connection, or it's a kind of a fan connection, or it's, you know, something you like to watch. I can't. I mean, I hope I never get divorced. I hope Hank never gets divorced. Like, you know, but I also, no one knows what their future holds. Like, no one knows what the world looks like in 5 years or 10 years, or, you know, however long you get to live. And I know that it's really hard to reserve judgment. But just as it's important to remember the limits of sharing, the fact that you know, everyone is edited, that everyone who makes stuff online is only showing part of themselves. And that's also true of anyone who has a Twitter account or a Facebook account. Like, you're making choices about which pictures are Instagram, which pictures to upload and which not to, which stories to tell and which stories to keep private. Like, we are all making those choices all the time. And I think we should be allowed to make them. And I know that it's difficult not to make judgments about people's I know that it's difficult not to make assumptions and judgments based on what information we do have, but, like, we have to remember that those choices are being made by all of us all the time. Oh, great steal. Great steal. Pass to your husband. Oh, it's behind him. Oh, crushing. Pass the ball, John Green. Oh, ball, John Green. Beautiful move. Oh. My voice cracked. I was so excited I became 13 again. For a moment, felt like the golden child. But no. He's coming off. Someone else is coming on. We're going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine, guys. Don't freak out. Come on. Frankenstein, ball into the box. It's a beauty. Oh! It's Mora! Mora with his second ever goal. He wants to kiss the ground that he walks on. Mora. Oh, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. Thank you for scoring, sir. I still don't have a song about you. Meredith, any song suggestions for him? He brings Mora than other. That's Amore. Oh, that's great. When his head hits the ball like a oh, that's Amore. When the ball goes into the goal and he has scored, that's Amore. I still need a little more work. But we're getting there. But now we know that his name is That's Amore. That's Amora. Yeah, and then we'll just sing That's Amora. So if you could rhyme it with, like, Stora, Laura, Cora, Scora. When he has put it in the goal and he has Scora, that's Amora. It's not quite there, Meredith. We need to keep working. We need Wimbly Wombly supporters on this case immediately. Yeah, so but that was Amora, really. It was a beautiful Amora. I felt it. I think we all did. Yeah, so I know it's difficult, and, like, I feel really, my heart really goes out to Charles and Allie, because I'm sure that they're having a difficult time, challenging a time. I hope that they're still. I mean, I know that they are, but I hope that they're surrounded by friends and family who care about them. And I have to say that I think on the whole their community has been wonderfully supportive of both of them, which is the internet at its best. And it's important to remember that we can also be that. So That was a little bit of a disjointed video, but we won. We won 3-0 on world-class skill level. I mean, there's only one other skill level, and it's legendary. I don't know. Maybe I need to keep moving on up, but thank you for watching. Best wishes.